Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. The bankruptcies in the crypto space are never ending. In my Tamil channel, I discussed it with great detail and forced to repeat it here. There was a platform called Wald, which was also invested in by Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel is the famous founder of PayPal, who also was a big investor in Facebook at the beginning. Through his investment vehicle, Valar Investments, he had invested in that company. Wald was basically an Indian run operation with two Indians, one Punjabi and one Kerala running it. I discussed this in Tamil channel because primarily the second largest customer base was from India, the largest was from the United States. Wald folded up and Wald was cheered on, and people in the YouTube world plugged for it. They took some commissions, they did influencer marketing for it, and a lot of people had egg in their face. But this podcast is not about Walt. There's a bigger failure, a company called Voyager Digital. Voyager Digital has filed for bankruptcy. This is a broking firm which also acts like a bank. Now, the cryptocurrency world had moved on. They had created their own alternate world where they had their own banks. So, Three Arrow Digital borrowed heavily from several networks. One was Celsius Network, which was also another bank, supposedly, and Voyager Digital, which was another bank. And when Three Arrows failed, the customers of the clients who had put their deposits in Voyager Digital asked for payment. There was a huge run on the Voyager Digital bank, so-called bank. The parent company of Voyager Digital arranged a credit of $300 million. That also vanished and that also disappeared. Finally, Voyager has announced that it will file for orderly bankruptcy under Chapter 11, and they say that some money will come for the people who have deposited it. How did companies like Voyager's attract clients? This is because, again, we have to blame the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve made sure the interest rates in traditional banking are very low and no returns was forthcoming. So what these cryptocurrency guys did, they said, we have started banks. You can buy the following cryptocurrencies and it will be linked to stable coins. Stable coins are basically have a 1-to-1 peg against the dollar, and you can deposit these cryptocurrencies with us. We will give you 9.5% interest, and which in turn they would lend at a higher rate to hedge funds like Three Arrow Capital, which would leverage and take further positions. So basically, this was a mega bubble, which was what I was calling out. Basically, the same currency was going back and forth, back and forth. You take the money, you buy the cryptocurrency, you give it to an organization like Celsius or Voyager, who in turn will lend it to another hedge fund, which would buy the same crypto that you bought at a higher rate. This was what Bill Gates and Charlie Munger were saying. This is a greater fool theory, and sooner or later, this greater fool theory will end. When the market started falling, the hedge funds could not meet the commitments they had given to Celsius and Voyager, and therefore they had to default. Once they started to default, Voyager could not return money to its depositors who had deposited crypto and stable coin, because when the price started falling, all the retail investors got panic and they got panicky and they went together at the same time to take money out of Voyager Digital and Celsius. Celsius folded up first. Voyager Digital had a stronger parent who could organize more money, and this continued for some more time till they said we are also temporarily shut down for our clients and they cannot withdraw or deposit more money. Nobody wants to deposit money, everybody wants to withdraw money, and there is more money to be paid out, and that's why they have filed for bankruptcy. As it stands today, the Binance and Coinbase are also in trouble. Their volumes are lower. They cut their staff to bare minimum. And if this continues and the Fed continues to increase interest rates as they have promised they will do, there is going to be more pressure on the cryptocurrencies. At best, only Ether and Bitcoin will survive. The rest of the cryptocurrency world will vanish. What will happen to these shadow banks is something that we have to wait and watch. NFTs are also doing very badly, and most NFTs are available at 50% discount to their original price. Even in India, YouTube influencers pushed these stocks on gullible retail investors, and this was the plan worldwide. And you had people like Jennifer Lopez and boxing superstars all endorsing these things, these NFTs and cryptocurrencies. Of how it worked, they had no idea, and they were kept endorsing this. But none of these guys took their money in crypto, they all took their money in cash. The Super Bowl final is known for iconic advertisement. Some of these companies which have gone bankrupt have taken ad space in that. That was the height of the bubble. Remember, Apple launched its Mac with a Super Bowl ad in such an iconic place. Cryptos were allowed to advertise. People thought it is normal. People thought it was regulated when none of this was true. And therefore, when the cookie crumbled, a lot of retail people have lost their money. This promoter of this voyage, digital or investor, is a man called Sam Bankman-Fried, who is considered by many as the JP Morgan of crypto world, and he runs an agency and trading platform called FTX, and FTX in turn had invested heavily in Voyager Digital, and Voyager Digital collapsed. So FTX will also find some trouble, and the last minute $300 million loan that FTX gave Voyager will disappear, and therefore next the cookie is crumbling, the domino is falling, and one by one these large digital exchanges will fall. For Indians who have invested, or for people who are outside the developed world who have invested in this, there seems to be no way of collecting their money. And this is why precisely I kept warning all my subscribers, stay out of crypto. Thank you for watching Be Rich. If you like the content, hit the like button, press the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. And if you like this content, kindly consider sharing with among your friends and relatives. Once again, I thank you for your support for Be Rich. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.